Hello and welcome to part 4 of our little coloring tutorial that I'm doing, where you're learning skin and you're learning how to do lips. You're doing the beautiful mask, and we've already done all this. So now what we're going to tackle is the hair, okay? And this is really fun, and these are the colors you need to pull out, okay? You need to pull out a magenta, a pomegranate, a pink, and a blush pink. And we're going to give her like a purple type of a hair color, okay? So let's have some fun and get started. Don't forget to put and like my video, and don't forget please to make sure you give me some comments, because I always look at my comments and they make me so happy. Especially since I've been so sick lately. I'm like, oh, I want to read my comments. All right, so what we're going to do is let's start with our lightest one. You can pick anywhere to start. I'm just going to start here. And we're going to just kind of go up here like this and go like this here and leave a highlight in the middle, okay? And so let's start here, and using my flicking motion that I taught you, okay, where you push hard here, and then as you come up higher like this, you kind of flick it, and what it does is it makes it darker and it goes to light. So just kind of flick it over so that you have the dark here, and then, so I call it like it's a flicking motion or a feathering motion, okay? You can do a couple areas at a time, all right? But remember, so the highlight's right around here, so let's just keep that highlight going. Okay, so let's just do a couple areas at a time, so we can. Hair's really fun. It's so fun. I love doing hair. All right. So now we're gonna just keep doing the same thing, but I want to pick a kind of a wide enough little area so we can get going here. So let's just keep going. Let's go a little further so we can get some big spots here. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's put them in. Let's go one more. I'm going to move now. With as far as the highlight goes, what I'm doing is I'm going to kind of move it down and move it around a little bit, you know, because I don't want them all in the same spot so it looks like a line. I want it to be really natural. So let's go about there. Maybe one more. Okay. It's so fun to do. It's hard to stop. I can just do this all the way around. But the reason I don't is because I like to change up the way that where the highlights are. Okay, and this one here, let's go up here about the same way I want the highlight. Notice how I move the highlight, okay? Move the highlight a little bit to up here, okay? Just a little bit. I want to kind of vary where the highlights are. All right, now what we're going to do is let's take the pink, the regular pink. And what we want to do now with the pink is we want to go here, but leave the light. So just don't go up all the way. So start with the pink here and just bring it maybe to about there, so you leave a little bit, okay? So just flick it. So now we're doing the same thing, but we're just gradually darkening it. Okay. All right. Just like this. Okay, I'll turn it. You know, I like to turn my work, but I'll turn it too, because then you can see it better without my hand being in the way. I'm trying to do it because sometimes I get my hand in the stupid way and you guys can't see. It's kind of frustrating. It's okay if you go out a little bit, but try not to, but it's okay if you do. Okay, now I'm just bringing the color, making it a little darker towards the bottom. Gotta have our drama. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, now what we're going to do is, you guessed it, we're going to take our next lightest color, okay? Which in this case, it's going to be the magenta. So let's take the magenta now, okay, and do the same thing, but just not quite so high. Okay. And then grab your pomegranate. This time we're going to do each strand, because now we want to work on each strand now. Now darken it. Push really hard at the bottom. And then lighten it up as you go. Now let's take our lightest one, the lightest one we have, which is the blush pink, and let's blend it in and leave a little bit of white. Use this as a blender. Okay. And then to darken it again, if you need to, you can put a little bit more pomegranate on the bottom. But with this one, it's a lot of work because you really got to work on each strand separate if you really want it to come out good. Okay. You can also, if you prefer to do it this way, go opposite. You can do the dark color first and go about like this far. Okay, let's say you didn't want to go, you can go from light to dark or dark to light. So like, it depends on your coloring style, because some people like to go from dark first to light. So in case you do, then you would put that in, then you would go from here and you would put in the magenta next. And you could do that anyway. You could vary them on each strand of hair, that way it'll come out a little bit different too, and it won't be so exactly the same. Okay, now let's use the pink. And we're going to blend up with the pink, and then we'll use the blush pink as the blender. Okay. So you can change up how you do it as far as, now this one, let's just fill this whole area in with the dark color. Okay, and then in here too, I think let's fill this all in, the dark color. All right. Now, like I say, you could just vary how you do it. You can go from dark to light, and then you can go light to dark. So let's do another one with the dark way. So we come over here, all right, and put in our dark. Then we're going to go in and we'll take our the next color, the magenta, and let's go up a little with the magenta. Okay. Then we'll take our pink, and I don't want to lose our highlight, so let's take our blush pink, and voila. Okay. Now if we want more of a highlight, just grab your white, and you can also just put a little highlight in, and then of course we have our highlighter too that we can use, but I don't want to. I like doing it more naturally with the pencil. Okay, so we can do it like that. And then we got to come back in and make it a little bit more striking. I like to leave a little white in the middle though, so you don't have to do that. So, but we have lots of strands of hair to do, so one little area, isn't gonna ruin your picture. All right. So I'm gonna come up here. Pomegranate again. Alright, and this time I'm just going to take my pink, and I want to keep a little bit of white in there, so I'm going to go for the blush pink now, and just keep that. Right, and then I can see, if you see little areas that you just feel like aren't dark enough, you just kind of make sure you put them in so you can get the drama. And you just got to work with it, because hair is really fun, okay? But it just takes a lot of time if you want it to look like it. But it's not hard. It really is not hard at all. All right. So we got the blush. Let's go the opposite way. So let's go with the pink. I like going lights to darks, because then I can see how far I am. I know I can leave my where I want my highlight. So I like to go from, like I say, light to dark. Now I'm going to grab the did I do the pink, the dark pink? I can't tell. Yeah. So now I'm going to grab the magenta, and then with the magenta, I'm going to come up. Like I say, for me personally, I like going from light to dark, because that way I can make sure I keep my highlights exactly where I want them, without getting too crazy. Because if you go the other way, it kind of makes it hard to keep the highlight where you want it. Okay. Now let's put in the pomegranate. Just don't have to go in as far. Grab your pink. I'm just gonna grab that pink and kind of make sure I get my highlight right where I want it. You see, so now I got a really good highlight, and I'm not even gonna cover it. I'll take my blush pink and just kind of very lightly go over it, very lightly, because I want to keep that white highlight there. Okay. You see that? That looks much better. Okay, now I'm gonna see something here. I'm looking at this black, no, not black grape, maybe black grape. Let me see black cherry. We have a black cherry in here too. Let me see now, if I'm always confused and not know the color, I just go like this here, and I'll see what does my black grape look like if I make it a little darker. Just to really, because you know I gotta have my extremeness. So that's what that one looks like, and if I want to do this color, okay, that's what that one looks like, and I think I like this one. All right, so let's take this color and add it to our repertoire, to our black raspberry. Oh, that's okay. That's black raspberry. So let's take the black raspberry and let's really give it a little bit of dark down in here, just so we can create our extreme coloring. Make it extreme. Okay. Which is better. And on some areas you don't even have to do it. Like, you don't have to do every single piece like that either. You can leave some alone. You know, some you can make darker, some you can make lighter. I'm blending it with the lightest one just to keep it blended. But see how if you play around with them and just kind of vary how you're using it, as long as you have using all the colors that we are using, it's going to look really good. Okay, so let's start again here with the blush pink, which we already put in. We got our pink, so now we need our magenta. So let's take our magenta now here, and let's go in with our magenta. I'm going to leave the highlight right about there. Right about there. Okay. We'll see. I'm using the pink again because I want it to fade nicely into where the highlight is. Okay. I'm going to take our well, that is our light one. Okay, so take our light one. Here. Okay, let's grab the magenta. Okay, and then we're going to grab the pomegranate. Okay, see how that works? It's so pretty, isn't it? You'll see when it starts coming together. It'll be really nice. Okay, pomegranate. And let's take the, I can put that one away. I don't need this one. We need that black raspberry. And let's put that black raspberry in here. Yeah, that really gives us the little drama we needed here. Okay, and then okay, And just blend it all out again with the, take the lightest one, the light one that you have now, let's just kind of blend them. What even happened there? Okay, we definitely need some, the darker one, the black raspberry in here. Really get those highlights going. Take the magenta if you need to, and if you need to, you just keep working with it until you're happy with it. As long as you're using the colors we need, there's really no particular order. Well, there is. I mean, you got to go light, medium, dark, and darkest, of course. But then you can kind of play around with it like I am, where you just kind of blend them together. But just make sure that the lightest one is the one that comes up right to where the white is. And some of them, I'm lightly covering it, and that's fine. If you feel like you really want to blend it in, lightly color it. Okay. It's looking good. And we're just going to just keep playing around and doing this. So this one we'll start with the real dark one. And I'll come up about there. And then let's do the same thing here. Okay, and then I'll grab any of those colors. I'll grab the magenta. They don't have to be necessarily in the order I read them to you guys. You just can play around here. I'll take the light, the blush, and bring that in there. Okay, let's do again with the dark first in here. Alright. And then we'll take this magenta. And we'll take our blush pink just to blend it. And I'm just going to leave that piece white in the middle because I like this. Now, another trick I got to tell you too is we're going to have I'm probably going to do background, but I see I've been smearing it. So when you work so hard on a picture, you don't really want to wreck it by having pencil marks everywhere. So use a makeup brush and brush it, and then also keep a paper turned over like this, and then rest your hand on it. That way you don't ruin your paper. Okay. So now let's start with our blush pink. We got that going there. Let's grab our magenta. Okay, come up here. Grab our magenta. All right. Okay, and then grab a little pink here just to blend it in. And then of course our blush pink, if we want to just kind of make sure it's blended. Then we'll take our pomegranate. And just kind of go up a little. We'll take our black cherry. Okay. And so you just keep doing this. I don't know, I wish you could talk to me and see, do you need me to keep doing this, or you kind of got the idea? Because we've got to do the whole head. I mean, I'll just keep doing it, and we'll just make this video just hair. I mean, this part of the video. So when I upload it, it'll just be the hair. Okay. And if you see areas, like I just did, where you think, you know, you need to do some work on it, just go back and do the work on it. By working sections in a time, you can do that really easy. And just do it as you like it, you know, as you go along. Just fix it up, do it as you like it. See, that's really cool. All right, so now let's take our large pink here. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take our magenta and just bring it to about there. And I think I want to grab the pink and put in a little pink here. Grab my black cherry, and I want to just make sure I got black cherry where I need it. There we go. Take the lightest one again and just blend it so that it's not so harsh. Okay. Alright. Now let's take a magenta. I'll show you a different way when we create a new section. Okay, we'll do magenta now. You can see we can go a little further, so let's take our pink and bring our pink to where we want a nice highlight. Okay, take our black one, raspberry, and just create our magenta here. Put a little magenta here. I'm going to grab some pink. Just to buff that out a little bit. Okay. See what I mean though by varying it? Just vary your strands. Okay. So let's do light pink here. Okay. And on some of them, like in here, we want to just make it just dark. Okay, because it gives a little bit of interest, you know, some of the strands. Every strand doesn't have to be done the exact same way, but using the same colors. Well, some people make rainbow hair, so you don't have to use whatever hair color you want, but my daughter just recently made her hair pink and blue. What the heck? And I thought I was going to hate it, and I looked at it and I go, oh, this actually didn't look that bad. Pretty colorful, and as an artist, I love color, so that's pretty good, I thought. Okay, that was the lightest one. Alright, now I'm going to do the black to go with the darkest one. Okay, maybe blend it up a little bit, and then let's go with the pomegranate. Okay, then let's take the pink. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that because I like it like that. Okay. Looks very good. Okay, black raspberry here. Okay. And let's come up. I'm moving the highlight down a little bit now, because I want to have them, you know, like I say, they don't have to all be in the same exact area, because if you don't vary it, it'll just look like there's a line going across. So you can vary it just a little bit, you know, for variety. I'm going to take a magenta now. Magenta, I'm going to just come up here a little, and it pulls the other color underneath it up with it, by the way. Okay, which is kind of cool because it helps us to really blend the colors together nicely. Okay, now let's grab a pink, and with our pink we can just kind of nice and light over that area there. Pink can come up here. We can go pink all the way down here even. Okay, and then take our magenta, and maybe take our magenta, bring that out a little. See what I mean? We just play around. Take our pomegranate, put that pomegranate in there. Now notice here I didn't do a black cherry. I just did just the pomegranate. They're both our dark those are both our darks, these ones. The pomegranate and the black raspberry. They're both our darks, so we can use them interchangeably. Interchangeably. Huh? Alright, I'm going to grab my pink. And again, I like that really light highlight here, so I'm going to blend it nice and easy. And then just blend it. Okay. Let's start with our light color. Okay, let's just do our pink now. And we're going to do our magenta. Okay. Take our lightest one here and just sort of over there, and then let's take our black cherry. Okay, and take our magenta. See what I mean? That was just a matter of playing with each strand so that you get it like you like it. Okay, this is the pink. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pink, because I want to make sure, I think I want my highlight right there, so since I know I want my highlight right there, I want to start from where I know I want it, that way I don't have to worry that, because sometimes I get carried away with, it gets carried away, like it'll be too big, and by the time you get to where you want your highlight, it's filled up, you haven't used all your colors. black cherry, or black raspberry. Why do I keep saying black cherry? I'm going to use my lightest one here to blend this in. Alright, so I think you guys got the hang of that, okay? I hope you did. Just going to finish this little section here for you, and then you can get on with your bad self. Alright, let's take a black cherry, a black raspberry. Oh my god, I said it again. What is wrong with me? Okay. Excuse me. Okay, see? Now let's take our, we need our magenta. With our magenta now, let's just kind of come up a little bit. Magenta. Just a little bit. Magenta. Okay, we're going to take our pink. I want my highlight to be right here, so I am making sure that I keep in mind where I wanted my highlight. I'm using pink here to blend that in. Okay. All right, now I have to turn my paper around because I got to do this side. So to do this side, I need to turn it around. All right, so let's do it opposite this time. Let's do the light. So let's take the lightest one and go right to where we want the highlight to be. And I want the highlight to be about there, right about here. Blend it in nicely. Okay, then we're going to take pink. Don't go up all the way, just blend in nicely to where it started. Okay, now let's go for our magenta. And you just bring it right to where you know the other one was, if we put in as our base. Pomegranate. eyeballs are going batty. Let's see these strands very good. It's pomegranate, so I saw this little spot here and it didn't look like I did it, so back. Okay, then I'm going to take the black cherry and I'm going to sharpen my pencil for one thing. And I want to just come right in here, like so. And then I want to bring the black cherry around, like so. Blend it into the next color. That was down here, the magenta, the pomegranate actually. And then those darks in. Okay, now let's take our lightest one. With our lightest one, let's blend up to where we can get it to the white. So it's all blended. And I'll take my magenta, do some final adjusting, or I don't know how you want to call it. Do some final blending to make sure you've got the right look that you want. Okay, so turn the paper around here, see what we got. Alright, so let's go pull out a little bit. There, see? It's pretty dramatic, huh? And now you can see, you know, where highlights are starting to come in. So we're going to want some up in this area here. Alright, so when you're coloring it, you just want to make sure that you kind of go look at your paper once in a while, alright, so that you can see where you want to put those highlights. And you can see better from far away, and even if you squint a little bit and then say, oh, okay, I think I need to put some over there. So you just come back to your wonderful picture and put it together. Okay, all right, so go ahead and do that all the way around, and then we will come back and do another part of this puzzle. Have fun. See you in a bit. Hey, I wanted to show you a little trick here to make things easier for you too. I want to show you a different way that you could color without having to, you know, I like to show you just different ways, you know, depending on, so you can find your own style. But let's say, okay, take the light one, and one way to do it is just figure out where you want your highlights, and just put your highlights in, just nice and light here. Put where you want the highlight to be. So you want it here, you want it here, here. Okay. So if you put your highlights in first, then you could just bring the darks up right into where you want your highlight. This makes it easier, especially if you're a beginner, because I know beginners have a hard time figuring out, you know, how to do this. So the easiest way is put here right where you want your highlights to go. Really simple. See that? So I want my highlights to go right here. All right. Then all I'm going to do now is I just have to take my colors and go from dark. You can go from the like I say, I like going from light to dark. So I'm going to start with the pink. And I'm going to go here with the pink. Okay, let me put it so you can see here. And I have to draw it, do it so I can do it. Okay, so you do it here with the pink. So you take your pink and just go up right into where you want it. Go right in here to where you want it. Okay, then take your magenta. All right, and just don't go all the way up now. Just go only a little way up, so you don't ruin your blend. with the pink. Okay, then you're going to take your pomegranate. Don't go all the way up. Just stay a little lower than where you just were. Then take your black cherry or black raspberry. God, I just can't get that one, can I? All right, and then just kind of go up from there. Okay, and then you blend the whole thing with your light one again. All right, and then now you kept your highlight area. Okay, so that's kind of another way to do it, to where it's not quite so hard, and so you don't ruin where your highlight is. You just go right up to it like this. Let's go right up to it with the next color, with the pink. So you create a nice little blend. Okay, and then just go straight up here. Okay, now you got your highlights already set up. Okay. Well, I'll have to do something there, but let me do one more. Let's do this one here. Been putting out so many videos lately. It's great because I've been sick, so I've been doing nothing but coloring, so it's pretty cool. It's one good benefit of having that happen, because I love to color and now I get to do nothing but that. So it's so fun. I'm obsessed with coloring. I love it so much. I don't know, it just relaxes me. Okay, so there we have all these colors here, okay? So there, now you have your highlights. So we'll just take our new color. We'll take our magenta with a magenta and just come up, but not all the way. See? You want to come up all the way, and you want to do a nice feathering technique to keep your blends going. I gotta change my battery. Gotta change my battery. Be back. Hi. Okay, so I'm just checking to see if you guys made sure you got all the little pieces down here too. And then these ones here are just the same we did the beads on the outside. Okay? And so I hope you have fun doing all this hair. We're gonna come back and we're just gonna do and finish up on the next video. Okay? So ciao for now.